So good evening everybody and welcome on my behalf also. So my name is Matti Pakarinen and I come from software service company called Symphony Telega. So I would like to first kind of check something about the audience. So how many of you are developers? Okay, so it seems that most of the people are. So I hope that this presentation is still kind of enough interesting for you. So we in this presentation we are not going to go in that deep in software or creating these applications itself. It's more like what we do in this mobile ecosystem as a company, who we are, and what kind of applications we have been doing, what kind of experiences we have had working with Tizen, and what kind of approaches there are. So we have a more kind of deep diving presentation on this topic as well, and that was actually, we held that presentation in Tizen Developer Days in San Francisco, and that material is published also, so you can find that more deep diving version in the Tizen website. So there we have more like application creation examples and communication between applications, messaging and debugging examples, etc. Now I will take the opportunity and introduce us. So as I understood that this event was also kind of for networking and not that many events on this smart device mobile area yet has been held in this region in Poland. So it's a good opportunity to do some networking to make us kind of introduce ourselves and get to know you people better. So I already had some good discussions with some of you, and we also have we are a global company. As you can see, we have 6,000 people globally, have 35 offices, and one of the offices is in Poland, so it's in Łódź, where we have a bit more than 100 people working in mobile with mobile applications. And one special area where we are focused in Poland is camera and imaging related software. But we do basically all kind of software also in Poland. So here's what we do in this mobile and connected devices unit. So we have three different areas. So mobile and media devices. Then we are working with automotive. So this in-vehicle infotainment systems, displays, user interfaces, and then for different kind of embedded solutions for different applications and telecommunication software and services. In this mobile area, we work with mobile phones, so basically with all the kind of key players, so phone manufacturers, chipset vendors, operators, and software houses kind of providing applications and services in the industry. So we have been active in Tizen as well. So we of course the biggest domain probably where we work and do software is Android currently. But there are many others as well. And now Tizen is something that as a new coming platform, so we are want to be involved in the beginning and are supporting and promoting and participating in these events. Also doing actual work, doing applications and sharing our experiences and helping from our part the ecosystem to grow. So we were in the Mobile World Congress in the Tizen section, and then in Tizen Developer Days. So then about the application. So we have kind of this approach that what are the differences between kind of creating native or web apps, or then the hybrid apps, which uses then the both native and web apps and combined to the same package. And there are some experience we are sharing and some applications we have done and how we have ended up using which approach. So Tizen is HTML5 using HTML5, and what it makes the Tizen, it's you can find the HTML5 basically everywhere in mobile phones, in browser applications, in smart TVs, and it makes also the kind of the work that has been done once on different platforms, so it can be reused, and then also developers can bring those applications easily to also the Tizen mobile platform. And this is just showing as a background the architecture approach. So on the left side you can see the web applications. So how in the upper level of architecture web applications are supported, and then on the right hand there's a native. So in web applications you have all the web technologies, HTML5, and then you have a set of device APIs which allows you to get access on the device level functions and features. And then you have the native where you can have a kind of full deeper integration on the platform and full access, so more than 10,000 open APIs, and then you can use standard open source libraries as well to kind of create software and accesses. So these are the kind of benefits we have found in our work with Tizen. So for native apps, so it provides a broader and deeper access to the device hardware, better integration with all the features, and you can make faster and better performance, get the better performance with the native solution, and you can use the standard open source libraries. With the web approach, it enables a very rapid development of good UI, and there are a lot of free libraries, JavaScript frameworks, and web runtime functionalities to be used, and then the easy porting, so code written once can be used, deployed into other platforms. And then in hybrid applications, you combine those two. So you can use for UI part, for example, you can use the web app approach, and then for some specific parts for which, for example, you don't have access from web web apps, you can use the native approach to kind of implement that part, or get better performance, or whatever criteria you have. And you still get the rapid development and UI, and you can get the data processing in background, and share the service between applications, and use the library still. So here's some pros and cons from kind of different kind of perspectives. So comparing native, web and hybrid. And in this comparison, because the kind of hybrid can use the best part of native and web approach, so it seems to get plenty of plus pros here. But what's our kind of experience in practice, that it's not the kind of always the best solution. It's not solving all the problems. So it's good when in some specific cases, but not always. But the decision is sometimes difficult, and might not be known in the beginning of the program. So which would be the best approach. Some experiences from our teams. So or things that we have been kind of exposed and got experience. So development multi-project application, native service and UI applications. So this has been kind of we have been doing with Tizen. Then the communication between applications, different ways that it can be done. Message board or web sockets, and then use JSON in data transferring, and how to debug, what are the means of debugging, and library linking. So kind of key and important areas when working with Tizen. And there are these 3 third-party frameworks as well. So our experience has been that these Cordova, Titanium, Cocotas are kind of supported, specifically supported by Tizen. Then there are many others, but are not necessarily kind of Tizen-specific adaptation, or doesn't offer any special benefits. This is kind of list of things that we have been run into. So some maybe tips or lessons learned. So not organized in any way. Just kind of as a sample to pick some things that you might run into when creating applications with Tizen. And there are some case studies. So tune-in application. So it's a application to listen streaming audio from different radio stations. And then in that we used and selected the hybrid approach. So web app approach for UI part, and the server communication, and then the native service for audio playing and playlist downloading. And there were certain things in this kind of audio streaming handling that are different formats that were just not possible to implement in the web app. So it had to be then use native service. So here's the basic functionality. Done in native part. And there are still some things that were not fully solved and needs to be worked on. Then there's a peaking protector application, so you can block the access to the phone. So by face recognition, so the whole phone can be blocked or certain applications can be blocked. So when the camera sees the face that you have been trained to the application, so then it opens the access to the phone. And for this, we chose the native approach. So there were so many things that was just not possible or feasible to do in the web approach. So intercepting and launching other protecting apps and have the topmost visibility and the hooks needed. And face recognition API part. That's an example of application that was done and had to be done in native side. And there's a mobile video, so this has been done as a web app. So it's a Vimeo where you can play videos from the server, upload and play videos. So no native parts at all. Yamendo also streaming application, and this one was possible to do with web app approach. And this one is also published in Tizen store. So that is also one part of the ecosystem, and you finally need to publish the applications in the store. So have done that now as well. Some kind of practical things that taken into account when uploading applications to store. And this one has passed the Samsung approvals. So there are some plans for the future with Tizen. So we are planning to develop some web applications to have a kind of good responsiveness like native apps, kind of trying to how far we can get with that. Some examples like money manager, calendar paint, and Bible book application. So this was all was planning to present today. So I was actually prepared to kind of discuss maybe more in this about the ecosystem part, but I guess that you are more in this kind of development focus. So it's quite short this time. But as said, that there's a deeper dive of this material also existing. So. And any additional information you are interested, so just contact me. So I will help you with any way I can. Thank you for listening.